In today's video, I'm going into letting go and surrendering and how that will bring in abundance. So thank you for joining me today. I'm AmyC with You Finding You. I'm an intuitive and transformational coach. And I help you step into alignment in yourself, like finding who you are and then getting into that place where you are living from who you are, who you be, and then actually see how the world transforms like magic around you and creates exactly what it is you want and need in your life. So continuing the theme this week around abundance and alignment thinking, I wanted to go into letting go and surrendering and getting into this place of trusting in the universe. So when I talk about letting go, it's not just the letting go. It's actually, for me, it's about the trusting and the knowing in that trust. So I don't have to just be like, I'm on this side, I gotta let go, I gotta let go. No, instead, I actually step into a place of trusting and knowing. And so, an example here is years ago, I've been living nomadically and I was down in Colombia. And I had decided that I would hop over to the Caribbean and go to Santa Marta. And this weekend trip was quickly going out there, and they have this national park along the coast. And so I was looking forward to just a weekend out in nature. And I then came Friday night, I was getting ready to go to the airport, and the whole journey along the way, I was terrified. Like, was I going to catch the flight? It started pouring out. Was I going to, like have problems? And then when I got to Santa Marta, would I be able to get to the place I was staying? Like, I had all these questions that I just had no idea really. Like, I had arranged things, I had lined up things. So I had, the flights and the tickets, and I had arranged a taxi to take me or pick me up at the airport. And yet I was so just nervous about the whole journey along the way. And what I then noticed is that the whole way I was taken care of. So, for example, on the way to the airport, there was an accident, so traffic was really bad, but I still made it on time. And then I was able to figure out the airport. And at the time, I didn't speak a lot of Spanish, so it was like, oh, how do I get around? What do I need to do? And I was able to get help or figure it out. And then when I got to Santa Marta, I was waiting and trying to figure out where the taxi driver was, and the guy wasn't there. There was no one there for me. And so I'm like, what do I need to do? And other taxi drivers were like, hey, we can take you, what's going on? But again, they're all in Spanish. And so I was like, I don't know what to do. They ended up pulling over a guy that they knew spoke English. And the guy then explained, what they're offering to take me. But when I told him where I was going, he said, oh, there's actually a road closure there and you won't be able to get through tonight. And so it was kind of like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? In the end, I ended up staying in the town of Santa Marta rather than going out to the park. And the taxi driver that was arranged for me did take me into town rather than, took me to a place that he's like, oh, here's another place you could stay. And it all worked out. So I give all those examples of like each little step of the way, I was terrified. I was like, I don't know how this is going to happen. I don't know what I'm going to do. Yet, all along the way, someone showed up, people helped out, things happened. And I really saw in that weekend how I'm taken care of. And people want to take care of me. So this idea too in myself of like universe is there, they're going to support and take care of me. And so I have this deep belief in myself, one that I have the strength to make it through because I've done it so many years. I've already been in a place of I have gone through these struggles, I can do this. But then too, that there's going to be people, there's going to be support, there's going to be others around me that will help me out along the way. And it's kind of like universe is helping bring to me those things that I need in those moments. So this idea of letting go of control, there's so many areas and we might not even realize that we want certain control. Like we want to know how things are going to come to us, when they're going to come to us, are they going to come to us? And that too, you have to let go of this not knowing when or how, and let go of that and just know it's coming. So if you want abundance, it's this knowing we all have the right to everything and anything. Now, I'm not saying we have the right to certain specific people or have the right to control others or take others in certain ways. What I'm saying is that you have the right to abundance, and you have the right to having love. And it might not show up in the specific person that you're thinking about, but it might show up in another. And so you have all of this that you can have in your life. And so knowing and trusting that those things are coming to you. And if you suddenly go, yeah, right, that's not going to happen, then you're going to be creating that pattern of, yeah, right, that's not going to happen. So when you have those thoughts of, yeah, right, that's not going to happen, you can go, is that true? You don't know that it's true that it's not going to happen. Who's to say? Like this can actually happen for you. So it's switching your thoughts, becoming aware of, is that true? Is that really true that you can't have it? It's like, well, I don't think there's any truth that's saying you absolutely cannot have it. Now, again, if it's a specific person, then I would say see what values, what traits, what are things you like in them. That is what you can ask for in your life. Those are the things. Like if this person is kind and caring and loving and warm, that's what you want in your life. That's what you want to call in. And maybe that person will end up showing up, but if they don't, another with those traits, those values will come into your life. So again, I'm not saying start wishing for just a specific person. I'm saying wishing for the traits and the things that you want that you see in them. And that is what you can wish for and really get into and know that that can come into your life. Know that that is deserving. You are deserving of it. So again, going back to this letting go of control, to me, again, it is really around not having to know the how or the when and just knowing and trusting. Like really getting into this place of knowing and trusting and being able to define what it is that you really want for this abundance. What is it that it will give you and how will it support you or how will it make you feel? And knowing those things and then knowing it is either on its way to you, or something better is coming to you, or it's already here for you. So thank you for joining me today. And again, if you are enjoying and getting value out of these videos, do hit that like, share, and subscribe. Thank you again. I'll see you in the next video.